Start our central broadcast with the best news. The Departmental Assembly approved the project for the creation of a blood bank for islands and a transfusion unit for Old Providence and Santa Catalina. Here is the information in details.
Excellent news that will fill the inhabitants of the islands with hope. The long-awaited blood bank for the archipelago has been approved in the Departmental Assembly, as well as a transfusion center for the municipality. This was stated by the President of the Assembly.
We have approved a blood bank for San Andres and a transfusion unit for the municipality of Old Providence and Santa Catalina. We have been fighting for over 11 years for the implementation of this project. Thank you, Dr. Everett Harkins-Green. Thank you, Departmental Assembly. Thank you, Secretariat of Health. Thank you, Social State Enterprise Manager, for supporting and backing the initiative that the only objective is to safeguard the lives of the islanders. We continue moving forward, and soon we will be presenting the project of the renal unit.
This is a historical development because the blood bank is an immediate need on the island, and its management has been awaited for years. The President of the Duma also highlighted the possibility of approving the project for a renal unit. These initiatives aim to improve the quality of life of those who reside on the island and provide better care to residents and visitors who require the health system.
And in the south of the island, works began on one of the access roads to a traditional sector of the island, for which its community demand better roads for mobility.
The access road that connects the Pepper Hill sector to the south of the island began to be intervened by the departmental government after it showed deterioration in its road network. The Secretary of Infrastructure, Alfredo Escalona Peterson, announced that this intervention is the beginning of several road improvement works to be carried out in the island.
I am pleased to inform you that under the leadership of Dr. Everett Harkins, we are initiating the maintenance of rural roads in the department. We started with the demolitions in the Pepper Hill sector. Gradually, we will be expanding in different sections on roads such as Four Corner, Orange Hill, and Duppy Gully. We will give ease to traffic and improve the development of the rural area of the department.
Although the road is in the demolition phase, residents and citizens who need to travel through the area will be able to do through the section enabled for mobility of the area.
And in the afternoon, there was a new blockade due to lack of water in the sector of Devi Hill, also known as Buenos Aires. Citizens blocked the main road of this hill.
The citizens state that they have been without water service for about a month and a half, so they block the streets of this important road of the island.
The water problem with Veolia is that they are always delaying to send the water. It arrives every month or month and a half. Then they only turn it on for 3 hours, and that is not enough time for people to fill up their reservoirs. They always tell us that there are damages, but why the damages are always for this neighborhood? Now they come to tell us that they are going to send us 2 tank cars, and 2 tank cars are no good for us. What we want is water from the pipeline. There are houses with elevated tanks, and we are very tired after coming back from work to have to carry the water to the houses to a 2nd or 3rd floor. So their solution is to bring a tank car, but what good is that going to do for a whole neighborhood?
During the afternoon hours, Veolia operators made presence to the scene.
There are Veolia workers, but that is their solution. They say that there is a machinery problem, and that is always the case. Also, we are not the only neighborhood with blockade. Weeks before, there was also one on the Hill sector and one in Barrick, but they never give solutions.
The citizens state that according to the information from the Public Services Company, tomorrow it is possible that they will send water through the pipeline. However, they are looking for a more permanent solution due to the recurrent lack of water in the sector.
Hospitalized and in stable medical conditions are the people injured in the accident that occurred this morning on the Ring Road. In the images circulating on social media, you can see how 2 tourists were, and now they are recovering from the collision of the road-type vehicle against a palm tree. And for next May 1st, the day on which Workers' Day is commemorated, it is expected that there will be a march to ask for guarantees for the workers of our department.
The president of ASISAP announced that due to the commemoration of the Workers' Day, they will march for the Guild's guarantees throughout the country, including the department.
Centrales de trabajadores.
The workers' centers and the community center CUT San Andres branch, they cordially inviting the entire community and our workers so that on May 1st, on the International Workers' Day, they come out. The objective is to make the complaints that have been presented at national level regarding the problems workers have. A labor reform is coming, a pension reform, and this government is going to try to approve these projects in the little time it has left. In addition to that, we are denouncing the murders that have occurred among social and union leaders, and in general, we are denouncing all the problems that arise in the community.
The march will start at 7 a.m. at the Sagrada Familia School and will end at the Parque Manawar.
And we went to the streets to know the opinion of citizens regarding the decision of the national government that from next May 1st, the use of face masks will not be mandatory, indoors or outdoors. This is the opinion of the community.
What do I think about that? Well, outdoors, I think it's perfect, but it is up to the individual to use it or not.
No.
I don't think so, because in other countries there is resurgence of the virus, so I don't think it is right. I don't think so. It seems to me that it is very recent, so it should last a little longer. The truth is no, because the COVID is still out there and we have to take care of ourselves. They take it away, but it depends on each one of us, because we are going to be afraid that if this one has it or if they don't have it. So we have to take care of ourselves and always be concerned. The truth is, I will always be with my mask on, whether it is here or wherever.
Let's remember that according to the new rules of the national government, as of May 1st, it will not be mandatory to wear face masks in enclosed spaces such as restaurant and entertainment venues and office. Likewise, from May 15, schools will not have to force their students to use a mask inside the classroom or in open places.
The Secretary of Tourism has made it known that there will be a temporary closure of Heinz Key and Rose Key.
The departmental administration through the Tourism Secretariat informs the community in general, especially the tourist service providers who work in the Heinz Key and the Rose Key, that during the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of May there will be a temporary closure of these keys due to the cleaning activities, adaptation and training.
The government in head of the Secretariat de Turismo want to inform the entire community, especially to the prestadores de servicios turísticos, that the Key, Heinz Key, Aquarium, Rose Key will be shut to the public for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to make a lot of different activity, cleaning, capacitation, and things like that.
The idea is basically to give these keys a time of rest. During these 3 days, the space that make up the tourism attraction will be clean and the respective maintenance will be done.
And in other news, the local government informed that payments are now available for citizens enrolled in the Senior Citizens Program.
The departmental government has informed the citizens of the archipelago that the payment for the month of April from the beneficiaries of the Colombia Mayor program is now available from April 29 to May 13.
From April 29th to May 13th, we will be paying the subsidies of the beneficiaries of the Colombia Mayor program. These subsidies that we will be paying from today correspond to cycle 4, that is, to the payroll of April. We remind beneficiaries that these payments are made through the local operator, Supergiros, and that they should go during business hours to any of the points of payment of that operator to receive their subsidy.
The entity reminds the beneficiaries of the program that they will be able to access the benefit with their identification documents and the point provided by the national government.
Now it's time for our news from the municipality of Full Providence and Santa Catalina with Millicent O'Neill.
Good evening to all our viewers. This is the most relevant information from Old Providence and Catlina. Yesterday in the Batam House cockpit, more than 60 people gathered to raise their complaints regarding the reconstruction process before the regional attorney.
After lifting the blockade in Batam House due to the mediation of the regional attorney, yesterday she met with the community to receive their complaints. Several of the attendees present shared with Teleislas News their cases.
One time then I start fix my house and fix back the two houses because it was two houses today. And it's that I want because plenty people never had the house when the house never there. Then they use this like politics and then they take it and they never give me no answer, so I want to know what happened now.
Why they have me on race go same way? And they authorized them to start my house from the 1st of this month past. That is what I come to ask.
In October, they gone and they start the house. And until today, I can't get into the house. The house not finished at all. They gone every 21 days they work, and they know they work 3 days and then rest 21 or 22 days. So I don't know when time the house went out.
After the hurricane, I get juked with a nail and I went to San Andres. I had approximately 7 months in San Andres. I couldn't get back. I was speaking to people from the Cámara de Comercio, from Impulsa that work on this stuff. And supposedly they talk about to fix back the local them. And when I came, they say that all the opportunity that them had was 49 and it was already finished.
The complaints will be forwarded both to Findeter and the mayor's office and will be followed up by the regional attorney's office.
And following up on the protest against the beneficiary of a house donated by one of the steel supplier companies for the reconstruction of the municipality, Rosa Cabeza Ballestas clarified her situation before our cameras.
Following the protest by members of the Bailey community to stop the construction of a house in their sector, Teleislas News spoke with the beneficiary of this donation, who clarified that she has never claimed housing and that the house is not by FID.
I want to clarify to the whole community that I did not pass the hurricane here because of my daughter's health issues, since there are no specialists here and I have to travel with her constantly. One day they took my information and then they called to tell me that they were going to donate a house to me.
The woman who lives with 2 of her 3 children, one of them with special needs, said that she has never used her to demand housing.
The truth is that I feel very indignant to see that people have to lie and say that I am saying I spent the hurricane here, that I am fighting for housing. No, I am not fighting for housing. But if they came to offer me housing, I am not going to say no, because my children also have the right to decent housing, starting with my son Juan Carlos, who did spend the hurricane here.
This case is in the hands of a territorial finance company, Findeter, and they informed that it's being evaluated.
This afternoon, the health brigade began in Batam House, where the field hospital was located. Due to logistical difficulties, the organizers had to reschedule the date for this activity. Services began today and will continue until Sunday, May 1st. Today, those who had an appointment for yesterday are being attended, while those who were scheduled for today will be attended tomorrow, Saturday, and those scheduled for Saturday would be attended on Sunday. And this is all we have for tonight for this section. Continue in San Andres, Lisa, with more Teleislas News. Good night.